Cycles are in control and everything else is narrative. The next thing I wanted to talk about was QT ending. I'm not going to play it because it's 2 minutes and frankly it doesn't really say anything apart from the fact that they're looking to halt quantitative tightening. They're looking to stop running off the balance sheet, which of course is akin to QE at the margin, and therefore the market's jumping up and down at the moment and saying things like no more cycles or no more 4-year cycles or extended cycles or whatever the narrative is. Cycles are in control and everything else is narrative. Now you can either accept this or not, but what we can't do is pick and choose when it suits us. So now we're going to apply this exact same logic but to QT. If the cycle has bottomed and then we get narrative such as QT is ending, we will indeed see the market interpret this as bullish. However, if the cycle is yet to bottom, okay, the cycles are down for the foreseeable future, then QT ending is not going to suddenly abort this cycle and see us just start rallying up for no reason. But that's not how it works. The cycles are either in control or they're not. And what else do we know to be objectively true? The cycles are not bottomed. They're absolutely not bottomed. So therefore, the QT is not going to be bullish this time around. The QT is going to be perceived as a bullish narrative, but the cycle is going to still have to bottom before the upside can occur. The market is going to do what it always does, which is cycles are in control, everything else is narrative. So these cycles need to bottom first before any of this kind of QT halting or QE at the margin or interest rates getting slashed to zero or printer is coming. None of that can be useful as a narrative to catalyze upside until the cycle has bottomed. So it doesn't matter what the narrative is, doesn't matter how much they slash interest rates or halt QT, or how bullish historically that normally is, because guess what? The cycles are in control and the cycle is not bottomed yet. So we can't have this interpreted as truly bullish and see massive upside price action until such time as the cycle is bottomed. And until such time as the cycle is bottomed, none of this news can be actually interpreted as bullish because the cycles are in control and everything else is narrative. What matters is the cycles. Once the cycles bottom, the path of least resistance is up. And at the moment, we're in the neighborhood to see the cycle top, and thus the path of least resistance is soon to be down. It doesn't matter how much stimulus you throw at the economy, it's not going to have the impact that the majority of market participants think because the cycles need to bottom first. But understand this, okay? Either cycles are in control, everything else is narrative, or that's total BS. It's total hogwash. We do not get to pick and choose when it suits us. We can't say half the time cycles are in control, everything else is narrative. No, that's not how it works. We are in the middle of a soft landing. And this halting of quantitative tightening, whilst it sounds extremely bullish, just gets bundled in with all that other stuff. Cycles need to bottom before anything like this can actually manifest as bullish.